I don't have a lot of time today, but I wanted to do a little bit of quick commentary on last night's Raw. It was, in my mind, not that great an episode overall. I do think, of course, from the wrestling point of view, the best thing by far was the gauntlet match, which was very entertaining. All those guys did an awesome job in the ring, and I think having Chad Gable win that was a good call. Very much looking forward to him getting a title shot, and I do think this might be the time they finally put the singles title on him at Summerslam, which makes sense given that it's in Minnesota where he's from. But we know he puts on great matches all the time, and he and Penta, in a way, it kind of completes the circle of his story, right? Because Penta's first match was against Gable, and that's sort of what started Gable down that path of being haunted by luchadors. But other than that, the Roman Seth thing was kind of what we expected. I am looking forward to that match. I think it's going to be a good match, but there were no big surprises in terms of the build-up to it. The one other thing I feel like I would make commentary on from yesterday is I do like the direction they're going with heel Maxxine, which is not to say that it's a really interesting story with Otis and Tozawa. I think they'll probably fade out of the picture pretty fast, but I do think that Maxxine is a very underrated character, in my opinion. I really liked her, even though they gave her some bad material early on with the Maximum Male Model stuff. And she obviously came in as a very inexperienced wrestler. She's learned a lot along the way, but she just has that it factor. For whatever reason, it's not just that she's good looking. There are plenty of good looking people on the roster, but there's something about her that really just plugs in the fans' energy, gets them to want to cheer for her and be invested in the story. And I think she's done the babyface thing really well so far. I think a chance to really sort of complement her skills by becoming a heel here is a good thing. And I expect some interesting changes from the Vision. I think without Paul Heyman, they're probably going to turn into more like a frat boy group or something like that. Maybe something a little bit of DX energy, that kind of thing. I think they recognize that it kind of lost its original meaning with Seth, but these guys can still do something cool together. They just have to sort of change the definition of what the Vision is all about. So we'll see what direction they go on that. I haven't really been that impressed by the whole Lyra thing yet. And I do think Lyra is a great wrestler, an A-plus wrestler in the ring, but she's still trying to find her character, and whatever's going on with her and Bailey just hasn't really captured my interest from a character storytelling point of view yet. I don't know why she suddenly had a huge change of clothes to go with her heel turn. It doesn't really seem to make sense to me. But anyway, hopefully that gets better and we get to see more of Lyra's great action in the ring. Have a great day, folks.